Don't you hate it when you find out you have cheat abilities and people keep asking you to help them, but it keeps interrupting your me time? In that case, This Is Screwed Up, but I Was Reincarnated as a Girl in Another World is the story for you. The first volume of this manga releases on June 7th from 7 Seas Entertainment. If you couldn't guess from the title, the manga is a gender-bent isekai. Our main character wakes up at the bottom of a cliff in the body of a girl named Ren. The shattered remains of a carriage, including the bodies of her fellow orphans and the horses, surround her, and her body is shivering in the rain. Ren remembers being a 16-year-old orphan, but also a 30-year-old scientist named Renjiro, who was killed in a car accident. The memories slam together, but the scientist's rational and logical brain takes over. What gender they are, what world they've been isekai'd to, none of that matters. What matters is survival. First things first, Ren needs to get her core body temperature up to avoid hypothermia. Ren soon realizes she has access to magic. By combining the knowledge they gained as a scientist with their magic, they're able to survive the night and the storm. They build a small shelter, dry out some kindling, start a fire, and then fall asleep. Ren dreams that night, probably a memory that happened recently. Apparently, the owner of the orphanage decided Ren was attractive enough to turn into his sex slave. Ren seemed to be happy with the situation. After all, an orphan becoming the kept mistress of a rich man is a massive step up for a girl in medieval society. However, when Renjiro awakens and the consciousness of a 30-year-old man from the 21st century takes over, they are sickened and disgusted. They decide right then and there that they will avoid people and flee deep into the wilderness. After all, with magic, they should be able to survive, right? After 5 days of being unable to eat, Renjiro gives up. She lies down, exhausted. Frustrated at this world, and at the taste of grass, she can't believe he's about to die again. What was the point of reincarnating if she was just destined to starve to death again? Ren knows she needs water. Suddenly, a ball of water splashes her in the face. Wait, she has magic. Would it work on food as well? Suddenly, a rice ball appears in Ren's hands. It looks like they'll live after all. But what else can she make with magic? What else can they do together? Okay, this part's a bit spoilery, but it's one of the coolest parts of the series. Ren realizes the world is dangerous and she needs to hunt in order to survive. Sure, she has creation magic, but creating fully formed meals burns a ton of mana. It's much easier to just hunt and then use her magic to make things like butter or salt. She finds out later that creating seeds and growing her own garden barely uses any mana at all. However, she wants meat. Red, mouth-watering meat. Steak, pork, hamburger. She craves the mouth-watering flesh of an animal. And so, Ren decides she needs to hunt. She knows she has a weak body, so the dagger she uses as an everyday tool won't work for her. Maybe a bow? No, she's too weak to draw it. A crossbow? No, she doesn't know exactly how to make it, so her creation magic won't work. Wait, magic? Why can't I use kinetic energy to just throw a rock? And if I create a centrifugal force with the wind vortex, that'll increase the accuracy of the stone bullet, just like how rifling increases the accuracy of bullets fired from guns. This was the scene that hooked me on the series. I've read over 100 isekai manga and seen dozens of isekai anime. I actually read this series before the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. So this was the first time I came across a series where the main character had a solid grounding in science and used it to their advantage in such a simple yet ingenious way. There are a lot of comparisons I can make between Assassin and Aristocrat, and This Is Screwed Up. So if you like one, you'll probably enjoy both. The biggest difference, of course, is that Ren has no mission, no great cause they're fighting for, no quest to complete. She values her personal freedom above anything else, and if anything or anyone interferes with that, she just packs up and leaves. This series is not safe for young children. The fighting is a little violent and gory, and there's a bit of nudity in some scenes involving self-discovery. But if you're okay with that, I think you'll enjoy reading This Is Screwed Up, but I Was Reincarnated as a Girl in Another World. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. Please like and subscribe for more content, or you can click here for more manga recommendations. I've also started a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Danon or click the link in the description below. Again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.